Hey guys, if you're listening to this and you're like, man, I wish I could take a workshop with that guy right now. Jump in your car, drive to Joshua Tree because I'm going to teach my workshop. Your play, your way from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. If you want more information, just Google Joshua Tree Comedy Festival. Thanks so much again for tuning in to Notes from My Improv Notebook. I'm so excited to have you here. Just want to say a big thank you to everyone who's left a rate and review on iTunes. I appreciate you so much. That actually helps a lot because now people who love improv just as much as you, well, they get to enjoy the same thing. And to anyone who hasn't left a rate and review, just press pause and leave a rate and review, and I will read all of them once I get them. So thank you again, but if you haven't, please rate and review this podcast. My name is Xchel Hernandez. I am a comedian here in Los Angeles, California. I love teaching improv, but I don't have a theater out here to do it, and I don't have money to take classes, so I'm going to do it over the internet. So Notes from My Improv Notebook is actually your internet's resource for free improv workshop on the podcast. Today I wanted to talk to you about attitude and how using that attitude is so important, how you approach your play. Because attitude is everything. Now, what do I mean when I say attitude? Attitude is how you go into a show or rehearsal or just how you meet up with a friend who just wants to talk. It's attitude. If you come in with a positive attitude, you're going to come away with a lot of different things. A good example of this in the real world is actually Notre Dame football. Now, we might not all be fans of sports, but something we could take away from them is that before any of the Notre Dame football players approach their home field, they actually have a sign up. And the sign says, "Play like a champion today." And a lot of those players double hit that sign before they go out into the field. And what that does is it tells them to, A, leave their personal lives here behind this line. You are about to enter a location or a place that is all about being present, right? Attitude is about being present. It's about letting go of the things that bother us or excite us and kind of just tuning in to the moment in front of us. Now, that can be very difficult. That's what I like about the Notre Dame and what they do, because sometimes we need a physical reminder to put us in that mode. So when has my attitude failed? My attitude actually failed me when I approach a rehearsal or a group and I'm just not into it. I'm always in my head. I'm always overthinking things. And I find it unfair for the other people in this group or this rehearsal when I'm not fully present, when my attitude isn't there. It's actually hurt me to be a part of something that I don't feel like I'm fully committing to. I don't have the right attitude coming in. And at that point, what I did is I kind of stepped away from those situations because I felt that it was unfair for me not to be that present person that I should be on the stage with my partners. So I was like, you know what? Maybe it's best if I leave. I do find that when you have the right attitude, you push yourself further. Do you ever have that rehearsal when you're with your group of friends that you've known for so long, and it just feels like you're pulling moves that you've never done before or that you've never really thought that you could do? Well, it's all because you're in that right attitude. You're present. You're in the moment with your partner, and your subconscious and your conscious are all working together. And your conscious isn't blocking you from thinking of things that you still have to do or that you're worried about or that work has left you with or that school has left you with. In all honesty, you're there 100%. And this pushing yourself is just you fully listening to everything going on at the same time. That's when you know your attitude is in the right place. Something that I personally do and that I love to do is actually, if ever something happens bad to me, at that moment, I will say, okay, I'll look at a watch and I'll say, okay, as soon as the second hand hits the minute, that's the end of my bad day. And to me, it's a physical reminder of like, okay, this has happened to me. I'm going to process it. As soon as that physical reminder reminds me that the situation is over, I'm allowed to then move forward with my life and go to the next steps. What I'm saying this is for is because when we approach rehearsal or shows, We're either driving there or we're traveling there in some way. And as soon as you enter your friend's house or as soon as you leave your car, maybe that's the physical reminder you need that your attitude needs to be open to the situation that is before you. You have to be present. What's an exercise that you can do to help you kind of capture this positive attitude, this kind of like I'm totally present type of situation that helps your play, that is just always there for you? Well, the exercise that I came up with is called F it, yes. I've always noticed that when I say F it, that's the PG term, I usually use the rated R version. Whenever I say F it, it's just a fully embracing whatever is going to happen. Does that make sense? You really want to take that F it statement and take it as I fully embrace whatever it is that's going to happen next. F it, yes. So the way this works is it's just a simple exercise. It's a short scene between two people. And the way you respond is instead of saying yes, because what happens when we say yes is it feels so rote. It feels like constantly like I'm in the pattern. I'm not really being present. I'm just repeating what has been there. F it, yes, really kind of knocks us out of that repetitious pattern and puts us in a new frame of mind of listening, right? Because if we're saying F it, yes, we're actually paying attention to what our friend's saying. F it is more like a full acceptance of what that person's idea is. And so you and your partner go back and forth and you go F it, yes. And it's a way to fully commit to the scene and fully be present in this situation between you and your partner. And if you find that this helps you in this situation, in this exercise, in this short scene, feel free to take it over to real play. Feel free to take it to your shows, because you'll find out that you'll just be even more committed in your shows than you've ever been before. You'll be present just because you're saying something different than yes, and you're fully embracing it by saying F it, yes. Hey guys, again, my name is Xchel Hernandez. I'm here in Los Angeles, California. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'm at highsilentx@gmail.com or on Instagram at highsilentx, and that's spelled HISILENTX. If you are interested in teaching or coaching or workshopping, I'm available. Please reach out to me. You're always welcome to email me or Instagram me, and let's talk about something. Let's work something out. I'd love to work with you, and I'd love to make you a stronger improviser. If you haven't already, please rate and review the podcast. I'd really appreciate that. I do apologize for taking a little bit longer this week in order to push something out. I've been kind of busy. My mother-in-law's in town, and we've been eating at restaurants, just like when my brother-in-law was in town. We love people who visit. Please visit us. But the good news is I've actually reached out to people, and I have some awesome interviews coming up that I'm sure that you'll enjoy. So please continue to listen, continue to share. I really appreciate you, and I hope you have a great week. I'm back, baby.